Hi, I'm Steve Rose. I've been a chef for 35 years, proud owner of the greenest restaurant in the entire San Francisco Bay Area, and farmer here at Rose Ranch. We do things green around here though. What sets me apart is that green is not just a buzzword like a lot of people use. Green is an operative word, and it's really easy to do. I'm going to share with you my secrets on how to do this at home. We're going to have fun, and living green, living truly green, is really a blast. I really believe that people want to learn how to live this way, they just don't know how to go about it, and that's the whole purpose of the show, is to teach people how to do that. And I'm going to show you how to do it. Welcome to the Organic Rose. Hi, welcome to this episode of the Organic Rose. We're going to visit with my friend Josephine, who's a 95-year-old woman that's going to share with us this amazing family pepper recipe that originated in Italy, Piedmonte to be specific. And then we're going to go across the road and get my friend John Grazziano, and he's going to make this amazing, incredible, melt your socks off hot sauce, more of a Sriracha style, but we're going to go ahead and build it all together and you can watch us all sweat. It's hot, baby. Josephine, my friend Josephine and her son Jim, and we're here to play with peppers, Italian style. Josephine, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I'm Josephine Argo. I'm 95 years old, and I'm here to show you how to buy red bell peppers and fix them with the anchovies and the garlic. This is a recipe that I learned from my mother and also relatives in Italy, because I've gone to Italy so many times and visited. And I want to show you how to buy a red pepper. A red pepper should be very heavy and thick because you have to roast them in the oven. And if you roast a thin pepper, skin pepper, you don't get any flesh. But with the heavy pepper, you get a lot of meat, and you roast them and then you peel them. They're very, very healthy, and they're full of vitamin A and vitamin C. So they're very healthy to go. So what I do is I take these peppers and I wash them. I wipe them with a damp cloth, take the dust off of them, and I put them in a cookie sheet. Lay them on the cookie sheet. Do we have the cookie sheet?
Yeah, we can get one for you. Here you go.
All right. I put the peppers on the cookie sheet and I roast them for about half an hour, 45 minutes, until they come out all shriveled this way. Then you can peel the peppers.
Oh, and it just comes right off.
And it comes right out, but you peel from the top, not from the bottom.
Why is that?
It's because they come off easy. And see the nice pieces that come off of the pepper?
And we'll put this is for compost.
No, this is to eat.
Let's put them right in there then.
All right.
Perfect.
Okay. And you peel all the
And the skin can
pepper.
go right over here.
The skin will go over there.
Well, it just comes off so easy.
And it just comes off very easily, but you peel from the top. And see, by having a thick pepper, you get a lot of nice slices. But if you have a thin pepper, you don't have any slices, and it doesn't come out as good. And that you work until you get all these peeled.
Jim, get over here. You got to help peel.
And Piemonte is in the northern region of Italy, near France. And I have relatives, lots of relatives, aunts, cousins, and so I've gone many times. And you'll always find good food in Italy. No matter where you go, people are just, the hospitality is overwhelming. So now we'll get the peppers put together.
Right. It's time to get to work.
Now,
so what can I do to start with?
Now we're going to start with, we've got the oil in the pan.
So that's
okay, put it on low.
Nice organic olive oil.
Then we put our garlic in the
So
pan.
put it all in. I like garlic.
Put it all in there. That's good.
Atta
Put the
girl.
garlic in there. A little bit of red pepper flakes.
Nice and spicy.
Just a little bit. And then we put our anchovies.
And just whole like that? Just the
Well,
fillets?
They'll
Okay.
they'll disintegrate as you.
Well, they'll end up melting, huh?
They'll end up melting. Okay.
And you've
we
got
put
some
it-
fire going here, so.
All right. So we'll put that on there. So while that's going, we'll have the peppers and we'll layer the peppers, and then we put a layer of pepper and a layer of the anchovies and the garlic, and you build it up until you've got your anchovies and garlic, and then we'll serve them on good French bread, sourdough French bread. And that is an antipasto that you usually eat before your main meal. So now we'll have our bell peppers.
So I'm just going to stir them up a
Well,
little
they
bit
got to
here.
cook a little bit.
Yeah. So are we going to cut the peppers at all, or are we just going to leave them whole like that?
No, we're going to leave the peppers just the way they are.
Okay, so we probably need a platter to layer them on.
Yeah.
And how long did these roast for?
These roasted for about 45, 50, but you got to watch them when they get shriveled up like I showed you. That's why I brought them cooked, shriveled up, because that's the point where you want them. And then they get cold. And also you could steam them in a paper bag.
To sweat them.
Sweat them in a
Yeah.
paper bag. But I just take them out of the pan, out of the oven, in the pan, leave them in the pan, put a towel over them, let them get cold, and then they're easy to put.
It's a clean towel, right?
A clean towel over them, yes. And then they get cold. You can peel them easily like you show here.
Yeah, they peeled very nicely.
Yeah.
So we're going to, the marinade again is garlic,
Garlic,
anchovies.
and olive oil.
Okay.
And a little bit of pepper flakes, and a little bit of salt,
Okay.
and a little bit of pepper.
Oh man, this is going to be spicy. I like that.
Okay. And then when this is finished cooking, then I'm going to put a tablespoon of vinegar. Where'd my
There you go, right in front of you. Right here.
Oh, okay.
You're lucky it wasn't a snake.
It's got to cook first, though. It's got to
Okay.
cook. This takes about 10 minutes to cook.
Okay.
Steve.
So I had the fire up.
Is that your
Yeah.
lucky pot, Josephine?
This pot was given to me by my mother-in-law. I was married over 70 years. It must be 75 years old, this pot. But I only use it for when I make the anchovies, because it's a nice, heavy pot.
So all the flavors of the anchovies are in that pot.
They're in that pot. They made a lot of red peppers.
How many do you think?
Oh, gosh, I don't know, Steve.
A lot.
A lot.
A hell of a lot.
A lot. You know what, Steve? We got these peppers too. But we need a dish.
You want a dish? Okay.
A dish, yeah.
Can you tell I'm hungry?
Pardon?
Can you tell I'm hungry?
You are hungry?
I'm always hungry.
Okay. So you could break these in
Okay.
strips. What I do when I'm doing this, then I take the seeds that are left over and I put them in, clean them off again.
Put the seeds right in there.
That's the going.
Okay. Do you want are we going to let the anchovies totally dissolve, totally
Yes,
melt?
yeah.
Okay.
Anchovies to dissolve.
So what I do with anchovies, and I'm sure you probably do this too, is that I use it when I start making a pasta sauce.
Yeah.
I go ahead and take some olive oil and then saute off the onions and lots of garlic. And then I go, once those are nicely tanned a bit, then I add the anchovies into the pan and let those melt and that's a good base for the sauce. And people, they can't taste it once the sauce is made.
No.
Once you add the tomatoes and everything else in there and the wine and all that, they can't taste it, but it just gives it another level of flavor.
Can you get a shot of that? See how the anchovy is dissolved?
Oh yeah,
Nice.
that's almost there. So are we gonna let the marinade cool a bit, or are we gonna put the marinade hot over the peppers?
Oh, hot.
Okay. So that's a
See
trick
how
too
I
then.
made a layer, and
Yeah.
then I'll put some of that on this, and then keep layering it until we get to finish it.
You tell me how much.
Okay, another spoon. That puts some anchovies. Yes, sprinkle it around. That's the way to do it.
Yeah?
Sprinkle it around that way. Okay, then we go another layer until we use them all up. When I see the nice big bell peppers in the store, I buy them, and then I roast them, and then I peel them and put them in a Ziploc bag, that when I want to have them for an
there you go.
occasion, they're all ready.
And this recipe originally came from?
Well, there's lots of ways they fix the red peppers in Italy, but this is the Piemontese recipe from the northern part of Italy, from where my mother comes from.
And that's close to France,
That's close
right?
to France.
Up there in the northwestern corner.
It's up there by Mont Blanc.
Good bread, good fresh bread is a big part of this. Sourdough type.
San Francisco's got to have the best bread in the world, I got to tell you that. Maybe we're prejudiced because we were born and raised there, but that's looking pretty darn good. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So how do you call this dish in Italian?
Pepperoni, red peppers.
Pepperoni. Mm-hmm. Oh, that's beautiful. Mm-hmm. Well, I want to thank both of you.
Thank you.
And
enjoy. It's
amazing that the wealth of knowledge you have, and you're going to make 100, I'm sure.
I don't know.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Steve. Enjoy. This is a Piemontese dish.
Very good. Mm-hmm. And I learned something new today.
Yep.
Wow, it's hot. We grow at Rose Ranch in the beautiful Sonoma Valley probably about 18 or 20 varieties of different peppers. 4 or 5 varieties of jalapenos. We do pasilla peppers. We have serrano peppers. We have one of my favorites, Thai hotties, which makes me choke sometimes. It's so damn hot. And several other peppers as well. We also do sweet peppers. These are more bell peppers, California Wonders. We do pimientos. I brought some seed in from my cousins in Spain, and we do grow authentic Spanish pimientos, which are delicious, roasted. Peppers can be mild, like these, with 0 heat units to them, or they can go all the way up to 2,200,000 heat units on the Scoville scale. The Scoville scale is probably started by Mr. Scoville or Mrs. Scoville, I'm not sure, but it rates peppers in their hotness. So you can well imagine the ones that have those heat ratings of 2,200,000 or 2 million units are going to heat your rocks up big time. But we love growing peppers. I love making different sauces out of them. And peppers are a good thing. They'll even heat up your love life. So trust me, enjoy peppers. So John, what are we going to do in the kitchen today?
We are going to make a Sriracha style hot sauce with serrano peppers, poblano peppers, jalapeno peppers, and red peppers.
So the red peppers are going to offer some little bit of sweetness to it?
Sweetness. Usually I use piquillo peppers, but I can't find piquillos this time of year.
No. So let's get started.
Okay.
You tell me what you want me to do, and I will help you go along with this.
Well, first I've got to put these gloves on before I start chopping the pepper, because they will transfer the oils of the pepper
right into your skin.
Into your skin, and that's not the real problem. The problem is you'll forget about it and touch your eyes or your lips or other sensitive parts.
I can't tell you how many times that's happened to me in my career.
It hurts. It burns, it stings, and nothing will stop it.
And it doesn't go away. It's like you're jumping up and down, and it does not go away.
It does not go away. So we've got to get these things on.
Okay, so I'll let you handle them then.
All right, so These this is the jalapeno. Don't worry about the seeds. I'm just going to
Okay.
rough chop them and toss them in the bowl there. This way we can just put them in the food processor, which is next.
And we'll just put all the stems can go in the compost.
Yep.
Excellent. So what else is going to go in this sauce?
Well, this, aside from the peppers, it's a very simple sauce. It's easy to make. Doesn't take a lot of, if you will, kitchen skills.
Okay.
Basically, you chop these peppers, you put them in a food processor, you grind them up, and the amazing part is you set them in a dark space for a week, and all you do is stir them every now and again.
So during that period of a week, what's happening to the sauce then?
Well, it's fermenting, and the peppers have various organisms on it that allows them to ferment. Actually, when they're fermenting, when you go to stir them, it may look a little frothy.
Yeah.
It looks like a frothy soup, and
So it's actually bubbling as
bubbling
if it were in a
away.
cauldron,
Yep.
like a witch's brew.
Like a witch's brew, and if you get it hot enough, it is like a witch's brew.
So after the sauce is fermented, then what?
After a week of fermentation, put it into a stainless steel. Oh, put them in the wrong bowl. Put them in a stainless steel bowl, and which this is.
Okay.
And you add all of 1 cup of vinegar. You can either use apple cider vinegar or white vinegar. Just make sure it's 5% acidity in the vinegar.
I love apple cider vinegar.
And I prefer the apple cider. I use it because I like a little more sweetness. So I think that gives it a little bit more sweetness.
I think health-wise too, I think the apple cider vinegar is a little bit better for you. I'm not exactly sure what it does for your body, but it makes a good rinse for your hair too after you shampoo.
Not with the Serrano sauce, I know that would not work very well. But then after you put the vinegar in, you cook it for all of 5 minutes, boil it, put it through.
Lid on or lid off?
You probably should do it lid off and the windows open, because wherever you're cooking, the odor of the Sriracha sauce will permeate your kitchen, your house. Put your nose in there. It will. Yes. It will do that to you, but it makes a great sauce.
Oh yeah, I'll bet.
Makes a very good sauce. So we're just going to finish chopping these.
Okay.
And then into the food processor. Still got
Those are
all my
beautiful.
fingers.
Great color.
Yeah. Now, if the Serranos were red, the sauce would come out even redder than it will. It's a little on the green side because it's mostly green peppers. In the summertime, when I have the red Serranos, it really turns out well. And these are actually green bell peppers that have been on the plant for a while, so they turn red and they actually are sweeter.
Yep, and all
So
the sugars are allowed to develop. Yeah.
Yes, and so that's what gives it the sweetness.
Should we start with?
Just
What do we have?
since I still got the gloves on,
Okay.
let me toss
Okay.
the handful in here. I'm not going to go over the top of that. So
It's probably going to take like four
probably
times.
4. We need, this is
Okay.
garlic powder.
So how much of garlic powder are you
The
putting?
whole recipe calls for 4 tablespoons of garlic powder, 4 tablespoons of sugar, 2 tablespoons of salt, 2 tablespoons of brown sugar,
Okay.
and a half a dozen cloves of garlic. And I
Nice.
just crushed them and took the
Okay.
skins off of them.
So so you put a little bit of each ingredient in each run, right?
Usually at home, all I need is 2 passes, so I kind of split it. Here, where I'm just
Okay.
going to put this in here.
I would think that during the growing season, like you grow your peppers and we grow ours. Go ahead. I can start smelling it already.
Yep. Just trying to get it down to a coarse
So you
chop.
just pulse it.
Yep. Yeah, you can smell that. And this is your witch's brew. Brown sugar, salt, white sugar, garlic powder, garlic, peppers.
And any other liquid in there?
Nope, no more. It doesn't have a lot of liquid now. Tomorrow morning, it will have liquid because it comes out of the peppers. And then every day you get more and more liquid. It will foam.
So fermentation is started now once you break the skin, right?
Once you break the skin, all the pepper break down. The cells are breaking down. They're leaking fluids. You can see there's a little water in there.
Yeah, already, yeah.
Yep. And it just sits for a week. Don't worry about it. Just put it in a cool, dark place, and it'll do just fine. Stir it every now and again.
And for a week or so, right?
And for a week.
And what if you leave it longer? What happens to it?
I wouldn't want to go 2 weeks, but
Okay.
you know, if it's another day or two, it's not going to hurt it.
There again, it's not rocket science.
It's
so
not rocket science.
And then where will it find its way after it's fermented
Okay,
now?
so this is a pot that I started last week,
Okay.
and I took this morning and took this ingredient after a week, put it in the pot, and added a cup of apple cider vinegar.
Okay.
Just a cup of vinegar. Got one right here. Not going to put it in.
Okay.
That would go in here.
Okay.
Turn the heat on. Bring it up to boil.
Okay.
Boil it on medium-high for 5 minutes.
And cover on, cover off.
Depends on how much you want your house to smell. I did it cover off, and the whole house smells like sriracha.
And you're living in the garage now.
I'm living in the garage, yes. So after it boils, you let it cool, and it needs to go in the food processor. We're going to run it through the food processor, and then.
Why don't you stand this way a little bit? There
Okay.
we go. So how full do you want it?
One more. See if we can get this in a couple.
Oh, and then it's going to go right into the
Right
ricer.
into the ricer. So this has been processed. It's cool. Into the ricer.
Okay.
Through the ricer, and we're done.
That's a nice ricer. What else do you use ricers for?
Mashed potatoes.
Excellent mashed potatoes. Nice and
I'm going to
fluffy.
use it tonight. I have my own tomato sauce, and I want to take the seeds and the skins out of the sauce, so I'm going to rice it tonight so I can make a smoother pasta sauce.
Okay.
And you grind away on the ricer. The ricer will remove all the skins and the seeds. If you want it to make sure you really have them all, do it twice.
Oh, there you go.
This is not a hot pack. This is a cold pack. I actually sterilize the jars at home, so I just put them in a pot for about 3 minutes in boiling water. So they've been sterilized. Same thing with the lids. The lids go in the boiling water with the jars.
Okay.
It's all been sterilized, and so this is how difficult. This is the last step. You just ladle this in. I just took 3 jars, so.
Okay. So the peppers have a lot of potassium in them also.
Oh, okay.
Potassium and some iron as well.
And this is about where we are. This is all done.
Wow.
That's it. This is stuff. You can see the difference in the color. This was last year's.
Okay.
I made this in October with the red Serrano.
Okay.
The Serranos were green.
Okay.
And they were red. Some of the jalapenos were red.
So that's more of a sriracha style color.
Yes.
Correct.
That gives you the better color. Oh, you know what we need to do? Let me.
What?
Oh, we can do that right here.
Oh, we need to taste it. Hello.
Pick your poison. It goes better with steak or
So I was
eggs
going to
or-
ask you what do you use it on?
When I have eggs in the morning, scrambled eggs, I'll put this on scrambled eggs. You can put a little touch of it in soups to give it a little kick. If you use a commercial barbecue sauce or you make barbecue sauce, you can put some of
Oh,
this in
perfect for that.
to give it a little more kick.
All right, John.
Okay.
Well, we'll see you around the campus then.
All right. Thanks.
Thank you.